What's up, guys? How are you doing? Welcome back or welcome to Crystal Lake Breaks. So today's a Thursday video, and today what we are going to be talking about is the missing 411 phenomena. So before I get into this video, I just want to make a note that the missing 411 phenomenon is a huge labyrinth of information. There's a ton of information available, a whole bunch of theories, a whole bunch of conspiracies. There's a whole bunch of books, there's a whole bunch of investigators, a whole bunch of different Reddit threads and subreddits, a lot of information about this topic. So in this video, what I'm going to be doing is a very general overview, talking about a lot of the basics, the general idea of what this is, mention a couple of the cases, but I'm not going to go into detail about any of them. If that's something you want to see, that's always something I could do in a future video. But like I said, for this one, it's just going to be a very general, very basic foray into the missing 411 phenomenon. So without further ado, let's get started. The missing 411 phenomenon is this idea that there is some reason behind all of the disappearance cases, all of the missing people in the national parks in the United States. Now, it's not all of these cases, it's a specific set of cases as outlined by certain criteria set forth by a man named as David Paulides. So let's get into it. Every year in the United States, an estimated thousands of people go missing in the national parks. Some of these disappearances have logical reasons. Trips that were meant to be one way. Those looking to vanish. People succumbing to wildlife, natural forces, or simply getting lost and then later found. However, some of these disappearances are extremely strange, and a significant amount of these disappearances are never solved. This video will discuss the topic known as missing 411, which has become the verbiage used to refer to those cases where people go missing in the national parks under mysterious circumstances. While it may not be at all shocking the amount of disappearances given the gigantic and sprawling distance that the national parks cover, lending just a touch of curiosity into some specific stories may cause some to question what may be really happening. While reasons for the disappearances run the gamut from feral people, wormholes in cave systems, cryptid beasts like Bigfoot, aliens, and all nature of otherworldly forces, the answer remains generally unclear. David Paulides is a well-known name within the community of those interested in the missing 411 phenomenon. Author of several books and even creator of a couple documentary films, Paulides has been investigating the national park disappearances for years. Paulides' investigative skills pull from some years as a police officer, serving 20 years in law enforcement, including working with the street crimes units and SWAT team in San Jose. Paulides categorizes missing 411 cases by a very specific set of criteria, which causes not all missing persons to be considered missing 411 cases. This criteria includes the majority of cases where there is clear evidence of animal predation, intent to disappear, crime, or drowning. Though, depending on the circumstances, some cases may still qualify even if these are present. The qualities that are similar across missing 411 cases include people going missing near boulder fields, water, high elevations, remains missing clothes when found, death being mysterious, and very often the missing being children. Now, while the missing often being children seems fairly straightforward and obvious, given that they are children, under multiple cases, the children go missing while under direct supervision, just feet away. These children also disappear incredibly quickly, seemingly faster than any child would be able to travel, especially while search and rescue teams scour the area. While understandably, many would still be skeptical that any of these disappearances are truly mysterious, One of the most compelling things to look at regarding these disappearances is a map of strange or unsolved disappearances in America and comparing it to a map of America's cave systems. The overlay will be nearly identical. While yes, this does make some degree of sense, especially for those who are found in the cave systems, what makes much less sense is those who disappear in cave systems or near them, but are simply never found. It raises questions as to what dwells in these cave systems, and why so many of these cave systems are in or near national parks. For many interested in the missing 411 phenomena, the question becomes, were the national parks built to perhaps keep something in? Perhaps those who go missing under mysterious conditions in the parks found something that was not meant to be found. Cases that have become very well known within the community of those investigating the missing 411 phenomenon include the cases of Dennis Martin, Aaron Hedges, Jim McGrogan, Matthew Green, and Tom Messick. While I won't go into detail on any of those cases specifically in this video, a quick Google search may send you down the rabbit hole of curiosity. Now, as interesting as it can be to speculate on what exactly happened to each of these missing 411 cases, it is just as important to remember that their disappearances serve as a reminder to always be wary when exploring nature. Travel with a buddy, let others know where you will be, and stick to the path. While the national parks are a major tourist destination for many a tourist will be caught unprepared and end up in a more serious situation than they had planned for. More likely to be of natural cause than one of otherworldly danger, but still, for that reason, whether you choose to believe in the missing 411 phenomena or not, always be sure to be ready for any journey you take into the wilderness. While beautiful, nature is still wild and unpredictable, and it only takes a moment for disaster to strike. So, that's a general description of the missing 411 phenomenon. Essentially what it is strange and mysterious disappearances in our national parks here in the US. A lot of these cases are pretty interesting when you start looking into them. Some of them maybe have some explanations you can point to and say, oh, that's the reason why they went missing, or it could be this or it could be that. But for the most part, they're generally just really unclear as to what happened, and the circumstances are just odd. There's a lot of things that maybe on their own would make sense, but together just don't really add up. But anyway, guys, the box has been broken, all of our cards are out, our candle is burning low, and that will take us to the end of this video. If you guys are interested or you like this missing 411 topic, I can do more videos on it. I can cover some of these cases in detail, be more specific about them. But for those of you who are curious, I really recommend Googling it and just looking into these cases, because it's honestly really interesting when you start getting into it. Some of these disappearances are very strange, and hey, maybe you guys can find an answer that others have not yet. So with that, I'll catch you guys next time and hope you have a good one. This was Crystal Lake Breaks, and I'll see you guys later.